So once again, good afternoon. Let us see our data handling. We discussed about pictograph, then bar graph, double bar graph also we discussed, isn't it? Next is, we have some questions. The first question is draw an appropriate graph to represent the given data. Okay, first one is month. For the month, watches sold out. It was given watches sold out July 1000, August 1500, September 1500, October 2000, November, December is given. So we need to represent this data using any of the suitable graphs, either pictograph, histogram, or bar graph or double bar graph. So using which can we represent that data? Which one we can use? We have studied bar graph and double graph. Yes. Yes, in the given data, we are dealing with only a single data, that is number of watches sold out. Okay, for double bar graph, we are using either we are dealing with two items or two different different times details. Here we are dealing with a single item, that is single data, that is number of watches sold out.
Ma'am, can you zoom it?
Yes. First of all, write the first question. Draw a bar graph for the following data. Question number 1. Draw a bar graph for the following data. Then take this table. Month, July, August, September, October, November, December, and number of watches sold out. Write the question.
Can you repeat the question?
It is there on the board. You can see. Draw bar graph. Can you see it?
Should we draw the bar graph?
Hmm?
Should we draw the bar graph?
What, Advait?
When should we draw it now?
Yes, we have to draw it now. All of you wrote the question?
No, ma'am.
First of all, take your graph book. Draw x-axis and y-axis. Draw x-axis and y-axis. X, y. X-axis and y-axis. Y-axis.
Can you zoom?
Draw x-axis and y-axis.
Can you zoom?
You didn't write the question yet?
Ma'am, the data.
Write firstly. Only very few letters are there. Only the first question. Write only the first one.
Ma'am, it's not clear.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now draw x-axis and y-axis. Zero, x-axis and y-axis. Then first for the first month, it is
1000.
So we can take first month is July, and the number of watches sold out is 1000, 1500, 1500, 2000, 2500, and 1500. So how can we take y-axis, the number of watches sold units? How can we take that number of watches sold out on y-axis? Number of
500 each.
Number of watches sold, 500 each. So mark 500. This is origin.
Videos.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. All the videos are off.
Salim, Nivedya, Fadil. Okay. So let us take 500, 1000, 1500, 2000. Maximum is 2500 also there. 2500. Okay, now for the month of July, so July. Number of watches sold is 1000. So first bar is 1000. 1000. Can write it is 1000. Second bar, what?
1500.
Okay, where we draw, we have to leave a space. After that, August. Leave space. Either you can take 1 unit or half unit is enough. Okay, take a half unit space, and but width of each bars must be same. Width of each bars and each gaps also must be same. Okay, July. Next is August. August it is August 1500. So it is 1500. Next bar is 1500. 1500. Again leave half unit. September also 1500. September same 1500. $1,500. October 2000. October 2000. October is also 1500. 2000. Then November 1000. 2500. November, it is 2500. Next bar, 2500. November. December, December 1500 again. December 1500. $1,500. And right side corner, you should write the scale. Y-axis, 1 unit is equal to what? Y-axis, 1 unit equal to Navneet? Yes, 1 unit equal to 500 watches. 500 watches.
Ma'am,
Yes.
should take 1 page for each question.
Yes, your graph book is a medium size now, not a college size book. No, it is a medium size book, isn't it? Is it a lengthy one, like college size graph book, or medium size? I think it is.
Books.
Ah.
It's like our textbooks. It's big.
Okay. So you can draw half. You can use half pages. It is lengthy one.
Ma'am, my graph is small.
Then okay, well, you take 1 page.
Ma'am, my graph book is big one, ma'am.
Then you draw x-axis in the middle line. Half page you can use. Half of the page you can use to draw one. Okay. And x-axis shows the months. X-axis, months. Over all of you? Okay, children. So, Sorry, children, there is a connection problem. Okay. So let us discuss about data handling. Okay. Pooja, what is the data? We discussed last period. What is the data, Pooja? Data is? We can't hear you, Pooja. Maybe your that knob is loose. Just push it. We can't hear. Lakshmi, what is the data?
Ma'am, the information.
Information collected for a particular purpose. Information collected for a particular purpose is known as data. Okay. And Lakshmi, can you give an example for data collection? Example for data collection? Some example for data, collecting data. You may heard about from our daily life. Data are collected.
Census.
Census, very good.
Census.
Census is a very good example for data collection. And the time of census, what is happening? Enumerators are coming to our homes. They will ask how many are there, how many people are there, and they will ask our ages and are they students or working people, all the details. Above 70 above 70 years, how many are there, all the many details they will collect. Okay. This collected data we have to analyze. Our first step is collection of data. In data handling, the first stage is the collection of data. After collecting data, we have to analyze the data. Okay, for the further study, we need to analyze the collected data. For analyzing the data, what we will do, we have to prepare some tables. We will, suppose we are collecting the marks of class 8 student for this year and your previous year's marks, 7A marks and 8A marks. We will collect all the marks. And after collecting the marks, what we will do, we can prepare a table for analyzing. We will preparing a table for 2090 to 20 marks of each students in maths, separate subjects, maths, science, etc. And 2021 marks of each student. First of all, we will organize the data. We will analyze. We will make a organized form, that raw data. The first collected data is known as raw data. And we will organize that data in a, for analyzing. Okay, in a particular manner, we will analyze the data. Okay, for analyzing, we have different methods. First, we have to a table. That table is known as frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. Then also we can use that data for further studies. Okay, the raw data or primary data. The actual name is primary data. You will study about primary data in your coming years. You will study about that. The primary data means the data which we collected for the first time is known as primary data. And when we use that data for some studies, after that, if anyone needs the same data again, suppose Pooja collected the whole data and she used that data for some analyzing, for some studies that she used that data. After that, suppose Lakshmi also want the same data for some another studies. Okay. So what Pooja will do? Pooja will give the already collected data to Lakshmi. Pooja is already collected. So Lakshmi asks Pooja whether will you give that collected data for me, because I need the same data for my studies also. So what will Pooja do? Pooja will give her data to Lakshmi CV. So that time, the data with Lakshmi is known as secondary. It will be secondary data. Okay. So primary data is the data that we collected first day. When we use the data which you have already collected is known as secondary data. These things we are not studying this year. Okay, anyway, I just told when I discuss about data. So here we are doing what? We are collecting the primary data and analyzing the data collected for further studies. For that, we have to make a table. For the comparison or for easier analysis, we need to prepare a table. That table is known as frequency distribution table. And this frequency means what? Frequency is the number of times a particular item but the number of times a particular number is repeated. I will show you. I can show an example for that. Okay. See, okay, here itself I will show you. See, children, here are some subjects: art, mathematics, science, English. Some subjects are there, and we are putting tally marks. I think you have studied putting tally marks last year, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, okay. So art means these are the some students who like these subjects. Okay, some students like different subjects: art, mathematics, science, and English. And art are there are 7 students who like art, and there are 5 students who like mathematics, 6 students who like science, and there are 4 students who like English. And these 7, 5, 6, 4 shows the number of students who likes these particular subjects. This 7, 5, 6, 4 are known as frequency of this particular item. That is, 7 is the frequency of art, which means there are 7 students who likes art. 6 is the frequency of science. There are 6 students who likes science. So frequency shows the number which a particular item repeats. Or here 6 students like science, 4 students like English, which means here the 7, 5, 6, 4 are the frequencies of the subjects art, math, science, and English. Okay, so frequency gives the number of times that a particular entry occurs or a particular entry repeats. Frequency gives the number of times that a particular entry occurs. Okay, you can write that sentence. Frequency gives the number of times that a particular entry occurs. And the table which shows this frequency is known as frequency table. Preparing frequency table is the most important thing in statistics. Actually, data handling is a chapter from statistics. Statistics is another branch of science like math, science, chemistry, physics. Statistics actually another branch of science. But lower classes, we are including CBSE included statistics along with the maths. When you are studying more, you can study statistics as another single subject. After +2, you can choose statistics. Okay, so the table made for finding frequency is known as frequency distribution table. Okay. Now, next is grouping data. Grouping data. In this frequency table, we have 5 different subjects like art, math, science, English. But in this, read this. Here marks 4 out of 50 obtained in maths by 60 students are given. Marks of 60 students are given. Here marks of 60 students are given. Okay, so for preparing a frequency table, first we have to do all the marks here. Here in between 1 to 60, many marks are there, 18, 7. So write all the marks and write their tally marks and count their frequency is very difficult one, because there are many marks in between 60 and 60. Least number is 5. 5 is here, I think. Okay. So from 5 to 60, there are many marks. It is very difficult to write all those marks and put tally marks and find the frequency of that. In this type of cases, what we will do? We will group some of the marks. We can group some of the marks. Like first marks ranges from 0 to 60. Our mark ranges from 0 to 60. Okay, so we will take the first class as 0 to 10, 0 to 10, which means in this class 0 to 10, we can include all the marks between 0 to 10. So we let us check how many are there between 0 to 10. Here 1, 5. So we put 1 tally mark, and again in between 0 and 10, 0, between 0 and 10, 7 is there, 7. Okay, so here we have 2 tally marks, and its frequency will be 2. After that, we will take next class as 10 to 20. It should be continuous. Classes should be continuous. That is 0 to 10 and 10 to 20. And here, see, here we have a 10. And 10 we include where it is a lower limit. Before that, we have a class 0 to 10. I told you, we have a class 0 to 10. This is class. And in this class, 0 is called the lower limit. 0 is called the lower limit. In the class, first of all, we prepared first class as 0 to 10. In this 0 to 10, 0 is called lower limit. 0 is called lower limit, and 10 is called upper limit. So for a class, we need a lower limit and a upper limit. And the width of this class means, upper limit minus lower limit. What is upper limit here? Suryadev, what is upper limit here, Suryadev? Advait, upper limit. Okay, 10. Upper limit is 10. 10 minus lower limit is? Advait, lower limit? 0. The difference between upper limit and lower limit is known as class width. This is class width. How can we find class width? Class width is?
Ma'am.
Class width, how can we find class width? Vaishnavi, class width equal to?
Ma'am, upper limit.
Upper limit minus Vaishnavi? Lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. Can you hear me? Okay. Class width equal to, say? Class
Minus lower.
Minus upper limit minus lower limit. Say I mean,
upper limit minus lower limit.
Adikesh, what is class width?
Upper limit minus lower limit.
Class width equal to upper limit minus
Lower limit.
upper limit minus lower limit. So for grouping the data, first of all, we have to prepare classes or intervals. These are known as classes or class interval also we can say, class intervals. And for preparing the suitable class intervals, first of all, we need to find the least and highest value. Here the mark is between 0 to 60. So we can choose 10 as the class width. So 0 to 10, 10 to 20 class intervals must be continuous. 0 to 10, next class will be 10 to 20. Next will be what, Isha? Next will be
20 to 30.
20 to 30. Then 30 to 40. 40 to 50, 50 to 60, then again we need 60 to 70. Did we need 60 to 70?
No.
Why we don't want 60 to 70 class?
Because the total marks is up to
Yes,
50.
because the maximum mark is 60. We don't want the class 60 to 70 because the maximum mark is 60. So first we will divide the given marks. First find the least mark and highest mark and find out a prepare class width. Using that class width, we can prepare the class intervals, classes 0 to 10. Here 0 is the lower limit, 10 is the upper limit. And the difference between upper limit minus lower limit gives us the class width. And here we discussed in the frequency of the class 0 to 10. While we discuss about the frequency of the class 0 to 10, we count 5, 7, 5 and 7, and we wrote 2 tally mark and frequency as 2. But see, here we have 10. Here also 10. Here also 10. Isn't it? So where we should include 10? That is a question. Where we should, we have 10 in 2 different intervals. 0 to 10, 10 is there. 10 to 20 also 10 is there. So where we should include 10? We should include 10 or the limit where it is a lower limit. Here, in which class it is lower limit? Which class it? 10 to 20, yes. 10 to 20, 10 is the lower limit. So we will include, if the upper limit or lower limit comes to our data, we will include where it is a lower limit. So we will include these two 10, these two tally mark for this class. Understood?
So what about 6?
6. 6 is there.
60.
60.
Yes,
Which one?
ma'am.
60.
60.
60 we have to, we don't have next class now. That we will include here. Okay. We don't have next class. So that also we will include there. Okay. Okay. So first let us prepare. First of all, you wrote class width, what is upper limit, lower limit. Write that. Okay. Time is up. Okay, children, we will prepare. Okay, we will prepare a frequency table for class, continuous class groups. For grouping data, we will prepare frequency tables in the next class. Our time is up. Okay. Okay, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.